Oh, hi, Jaron. So we're in Glastonbury in this lovely pub, The Crown, and we were discussing the idea of an art therapy holistic guest house in a pub, in a farm, and we know that you have a holistic approach to life, and that you've had a struggle with the Reading community care, and you've had to change social workers 3 times, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm sitting
Just
here.
2 in the last week.
2 in the last week. So here we are. Here's Leonardo, and he's also had trouble in Lambeth, South London, with being misunderstood by social workers, and he's a neurodiverse visual thinking artist. He's here in Glastonbury for the Assembly Art, and he's promoting deaf awareness through art therapy, mindfulness, and he meets other craft makers. So we're in this lovely hotel pub. So do you think we could get something like this and then approach other musicians, artists, or even William and Kate, people like Johnny Depp, someone who would help create a healthy community, or where you're not actually having to be in over-sedated care or misunderstood care, either with relatives or with strangers. And obviously these cuts to benefits aren't good, and Starmer's not really understanding that. Have you thought of community art grant?
Yes, I have, but it's one of those things where they say these things there on paper and they make it seem like their funding and support are there, but they make it so you have to jump through many hoops that if you're the type of person that actually needs that,
Was GoFundMe, isn't there, in the morning?
You're not in a position to access those.
So really need someone who's very good at. But why should
As in
literal
paperwork.
fundraisers or controlling literal people take advantage
But I mean, why should
of people
have
like yourselves who might be spiritually diverse but empaths,
I mean, but why should
intuitive
we have to
visual thinkers?
fundraise slowly, selling £2 cupcakes here and there when the places are already there?
Well, you can get
and
these
the funding is there.
£30,000
Exactly. Like if you look at this place,
GoFundMe. I'm not sure how they put.
If you look at this place,
This place was
places like
empty.
this exist 10 to the dozen every town centre. And if a place like this can be facilitated and funded and made for sheer profit, just for business profitability, then why can't something like this be set up and funded for
Well, it can be,
the good
yeah.
of society?
This is why we've got to meet the right people, get the right fundraiser, and get the right package.
So, like, someone decided one day that they wanted to do this for business and for profit, and they just snapped their fingers, and some guy in Ireland bought this pub in Glastonbury. So, how did
Well,
he
he's
do
done
that
it quite
for
nicely, hasn't he?
for
And the
profit
food's
and
quite
reasons?
holistic. The rooms are quite arty.
Yeah, it's,
So he's done jolly
it's
well.
beautiful, it's lovely, but it's
Yeah.
just a part of the
He could have a
society.
better facility for care discount.
But it's also part of the
And they
face-to-face
don't have
society.
any. For instance, if it was a deaf-aware pub, you could have signed interpreter on the TV. There's no signed interpreter on the TV. So all these kind of things, or wheelchair access.
That's what so I struggle a lot without my wheelchair, just because it's more awkward to be in the wheelchair than it is not. So a lot of the time I will sort of just drag myself along or use my walking sticks just because.
So what kind of art do you do?
I do everything from, drawing, painting, upcycling, crafting, mainly using
'cause he's,
recycled goods and things to make.
Yeah, because Leonardo
things
was
out
at
of
the deaf
jewellery.
school in Clapham South Oak Lodge. He had a very good art teacher, Mr. Bedford. He went to Lambeth College, had a very good art teacher, Tom. So he does abstract art on Leonardo PR Art, and he to get a signed interpreter to work tomorrow at the assembly room, he access to work do that, but lockdown did change quite a lot for the disabled crews. You have to be careful with the elderly care homes or community care, just how sedated or what is really going on in them. So it's good to have family care, I think. You know, I still agree with your mum and you being together. Or I'm still co-caring a flat with an art studio for Leonardo because it's family care, isn't it? So you don't really want to be with strangers.
No.
So in his case, he's not on any drink or drugs.
No.
Of either type. Oh, well, health food tablets from Holland and Barrett. Well, this is Leonardo and is it Jamal? Jaram meeting in Glastonbury, the Crown Pub, discussing art therapy and discussing setting up a holistic community art group. Because I grew up in Totnes and they had Dartington Hall, and that was in the 60s, and then we came to London and they have things in London going on around the South Bank, Herbal House, and then over at Tablehurst, East Grinstead, you've got the Scientology, the Steiner, the Tablehurst, the Emerson's College, various. So we need a new emergence of community art farms, centres, hotels, maybe the first holistic art pub. So hopefully we can get this to someone who could sponsor it or has a pub, wants to convert it, has a farm it's bored. Or, you know, like these actors who've bought these places, you know, they can't be in all the places all at the same time. So would they like to make one of their community houses into a holistic therapy, you know, place? Like an ashram, YMCA, guest house, all in one. Anyway, grooving with the idea, great to be here. Thanks for listening, and this MC Purple promoting peace, love and holistic healing, mind, body, spirit, good diets, and thanks for a lovely day, good walk, and here's from Leonardo, PR Art, and from Jamal, thank you very much for interview.